Back in the, I think it was about 2005, I played San Andreas. And I played it a lot. Like, a lot. And I've probably talked about this a million times before, and I literally kind of got lost in it. I've never gotten into, like, a World of Warcraft or, like, games similar to that, which is more like completely immersive. You know, I've never done heroin because I've never heard anybody say, "Hey, heroin was pretty shitty. Didn't really, didn't really have a good time on it." No, people are gonna fucking love it. Um, Call of Duty, and this is kind of interesting. Call of Duty, at least for me, is isn't to me. It's not a social thing. Like I've moved past that. I think that a lot of people, it's a social thing. You know, like, hey, you're on Xbox or you're on PlayStation. Invite me to a game. Let's team up together and then let's shoot the shit and play with each other against other random people. And I totally understand that. I totally get that. But to be honest with you, Call of Duty for me is the perfect combination of lone wolf, allows me to completely submerged into like a 6 minute game. Okay? There's nothing fun about collecting oysters in San Andreas. There's nothing fun of walking for an hour in a game to get from one thing to another thing. I'm not looking, and I'm just speaking for myself, okay? I am looking to get lost, to get to escape, but I'm not looking to get so lost in a game that I struggle coming back from it. Does that make sense? Call of Duty, as far as I know, is the only game where you can be completely submerged in the game 6 minutes at a time. And at any point, you can literally say, bye, peace, and then go do your thing. Some people want to group up together. I more so want to just be that lone wolf. I don't really like I don't like the process of ranking up in Call of Duty. You may have noticed that in Call of Duty 4 and Modern Warfare 2, I kept on ranking up. I just didn't care for that process of ranking up anymore. I realized it's something I don't like doing. Um, what I'm searching for in Call of Duty is that perfect game. Is that game where, and even if it's not a perfect game, a game where I do well, at that moment I'm completely forgetting about everything that's kind of going on around me. I got my headphones on. I'm fucking fixed and see what's going on, and nothing else matters at that point. And I hate to compare this, but you know that moment before, this is going to sound insane, and hopefully if you made it this far in the commentary, bear with me on this, but that moment, like the fucking, I'd say like the 4 minutes before you are going to bust, you know, like when you're about to ejaculate, that moment where nothing else is going on, you're fucking full on concentrate. I got ADD like crazy, but for some reason when I play Call of Duty, I'm able to focus. And some people may kind of go like, I got, you know, 100 friends on both systems, but I never play with any of them. It's not because I don't like them, you know, and I'm never gonna have people on my friends list that like use me to assist me as far as getting gameplays. That's corny. I'd rather go into lobbies, see what I can do, and if I'm in that right situation, I feel like fucking king of the world. I feel like Leonardo DiCaprio on top of the Titanic. And so it's not me being antisocial that I kind of lone wolf it, and it's not me getting lost in a game, because really Call of Duty is just the shallow end of the pool. If you think about it, you can go underwater and be completely submerged, but at any moment you can kind of step up. Where I feel is like other games that are way more submersive and way more, I'd say, tedious, that make you do tedious things, there's things in Call of Duty that make you do tedious things, but you only have to do them once, i.e. like try to get sit rep or try to get some weird challenge or whatever. That's a little tedious, but for the most part, it's not tedious. It's you may have to just do that to pay your dues real quick, but you're not gonna have to continue doing that. Kind of like looking for oysters. That's tedious. That's stupid. So like Call of Duty is the shallow end of the pool, but you could still go underwater and completely submerge yourself and get away from the rest of the world. But then at any time you can stand back up and be part of the world. I don't know. I think it's kind of cool, and I kind of want to kind of explain it. That I'm not antisocial. It's just that my social aspect isn't ventured out through Call of Duty. ONLYUSEmeBLADE. Peace and buckers.